In the shadowy shadows of Blackwood, Oregon, Claire Morrison stumbles upon a chilling secret. Her 3 daughters, kidnapped 18 years ago, are alive, hiding right in front of her eyes. But who took them? And who is still watching them from the mist? This fictional story, inspired by true stories, weaves a web of betrayal and danger to educate and thrill. Can Claire save her family, or will secrets bury them? Tune in to find out. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more heart-wrenching stories. Leave a comment. Where are you watching? Let's solve this mystery together. The fog-choked Ravens Hollow Park, wrapping Blackwood, Oregon, in a ghostly shroud. Claire Morrison, 50, trudged through the damp grass, her worn sneakers squelching. A cold Starbucks cup dangled from her trembling hand, the coffee long gone bitter. Her gray eyes, shadowed by years of grief, scanned the park's eerie statues, moss-covered angels glaring through the mist. She'd come to escape her cramped apartment, but the park's whispers tugged at her, like a half-forgotten nightmare. A charity booth glowed faintly near the black-watered lake, where 3 young women laughed, their voices slicing through the October chill. Claire froze mid-step. The tallest, a blonde with sharp cheekbones, flicked her hair back, a gesture so familiar it punched Claire's gut. Her heart thundered. Ava. It had to be Ava, her daughter, stolen 18 years ago with her triplet sisters, Lily and Emma. They'd been 4, all pigtails and giggles, until that night Ethan, her drunk husband, vanished with them. Claire's gaze darted to the other 2. Lily, dreamy-eyed, arranged blankets for the booths in memory of Mom event. Emma, practical, her blonde bun tight, handed out flyers, a heart-shaped pendant glinting at her neck. Claire's breath hitched. That pendant she'd bought it at a Portland flea market a month before her girls disappeared. Her coffee cup slipped, splashing the grass. They were here, alive, 22 now, running a damn memorial for a mother they thought was dead. Hey, lady, you okay? Ava's voice, warm but wary, snapped Claire's haze. Those blue eyes, mirrors of her own, locked on her. Claire's throat tightened, words clawing to escape. You're Ava, aren't you? She whispered, voice raw as broken glass. Ava frowned, stepping back. Yeah, but who are you? How do you know my name? Claire's knees wobbled. She wanted to scream, to pull them close, but their polite stares, stranger stares, froze her. Emma tilted her head, curious. Lily paused, blanket in hand, her gaze soft but confused. I'm Claire. She stammered, heart pounding like a trapped animal. I think I knew your mom. A lie, but the truth felt too heavy, too insane. A shadow shifted across the park, a tall figure in a dark coat near the lake's edge. Claire's skin prickled. His face was hidden, but his stare burned through the fog. Her phone buzzed in her pocket, sharp against the silence. She fumbled, glancing at the screen. Don't say a word. They're not yours anymore. Her blood ran cold. She spun, but the figure melted into the mist, leaving only the lake's ripples. Claire clutched her phone, the pendant's glint on Emma's neck searing her mind. Someone was watching. And they knew her secret. Claire Morrison stumbled into her dim apartment on the edge of Blackwood, Oregon, the fog's chill clinging to her jacket. The air reeked of stale coffee and regret. Her hands shook as she dropped onto a sagging couch, surrounded by yellowed newspapers and faded photos pinned to the wall, smiling faces of Ava, Lily, and Emma at 4, their blonde pigtails glowing in a long-lost summer. 18 years. She'd spent 18 years chasing ghosts, and now her daughters were alive, breathing, just a mile away in Ravens Hollow Park. Her mind churned, replaying Ava's voice, Emma's pendant, Lily's soft gaze. How? She muttered, voice cracking like dry wood. How are they here, calling another man dad? Her fingers dug into a dog-eared snapshot, the girl's laughter frozen in time. That September night 18 years ago haunted her. Ethan, her husband, had stormed out, whiskey on his breath, screaming she was a failure. I'll show you, he'd slurred, yanking the triplets from their beds. By dawn, they were gone. No note, no trace. A fire gutted their Birch Road house days later, the cops calling it an accident. No bodies, no answers. Claire's eyes burned as she powered up her old laptop, its hum loud in the silence. She'd spent every dime on private eyes, plastered missing posters across Oregon, but the trail died. Now, her girls were back, raised by James Carver, Ethan's older brother, her gut twisted. James, with his easy charm and hardware store job, had always seemed too clean. She typed his name into a search, hands trembling. A brittle article from 2007 popped up: a child disappearance case in Idaho. James was questioned, never charged. Her pulse quickened. Was he their savior or their jailer? She rummaged through a dusty box, pulling out a photo of her and the girls, their smiles bright under a Portland sun. Her breath caught. Her face in the picture was scratched out, jagged lines carving through her grin. "Who did this?" she whispered, voice sharp with dread. Her fingers brushed the scars on the photo, as if they could bleed. "Ethan? James? Someone else?" Her phone buzzed, shattering the quiet. Another text from an unknown number. "Stay away from Cedar Lane. You'll regret it." Her heart slammed against her ribs. Cedar Lane, James's street, where her girls lived, oblivious to her. She stumbled to the window, peering into the fog. The street lamp flickered, casting shadows that twisted like specters. The fog seemed to pulse, hiding something or someone watching her every move. Claire gripped the photo, her resolve hardening. Whoever sent that text knew her past, and they were scared she'd dig deeper. Claire Morrison crouched in the paint aisle of Blackwood's hardware store, her pulse hammering like a jackhammer. The October air was thick with pine and menace, seeping through the store's open door. James Carver, 55, graying but wiry, leaned against the counter, charming a customer with a grin that hid too much. Claire's fingers tightened around a can of primer, her blood boiling. Those were her daughters Ava, Lily, Emma, stolen 18 years ago, now calling this liar dad. She'd ignored the text warning her off Cedar Lane. The fog clung to Blackwood streets like a curse, but Claire tailed James's pickup to his clapboard house on Cedar Lane, her heart pounding. Under a flickering street lamp, she watched him park. A sleek black SUV idled nearby, its driver a shadow in a crisp suit. James handed him a manila envelope, their voices low, urgent. Claire's skin crawled. What was he trading? She stepped from the shadows, her boots crunching gravel. James Carver, she hissed, voice sharp as a blade. He froze, keys dangling, his face paling in the moonlight. Claire, he growled, eyes darting to the house. What the hell are you doing here? Her voice trembled with fury. You stole my girls. Told them I was dead. James's jaw clenched, his gaze cold as steel. You don't get it, Claire. Ethan was a mess, owed money to bad people. I gave those girls a life. By erasing me, she snapped, stepping closer. You forged papers, changed their names. James glanced around, voice dropping to a venomous whisper. Keep poking, and you'll end up like Ethan. Her blood ran cold. What did you do to him? She demanded. James's eyes flickered guilt, maybe fear. He got in deep with a syndicate. I took the girls to keep him safe. You think I wanted this? Claire's hand shook, clutching her purse where she'd tucked a photo of her and the triplets. She yanked it out, the scratched-out face glaring. Who did this? James's eyes widened, but he turned away, silent. Inside the house, Ava peeked through the blinds, her breath catching. She'd overheard enough, her fingers tightening around an old key she'd found in James's garage, rusted, heavy, maybe from their burned Birch Road home. Claire backed off, her mind racing. She spotted a crumpled paper in the gutter near James's truck scribbled with Portland Trust and a bank code. Her gut twisted. Was James tied to something bigger? A twig snapped behind her. She spun, heart lurching, but the fog swallowed the sound. On the ground lay a torn rag doll, its button eyes staring. Claire's phone buzzed. Last warning, stop digging. The SUV's engine roared, headlights slicing the mist, and Claire ran, the doll's gaze burning into her back. Ava Morrison wiped down the counter at Blackwood's Brood Awakening, the coffee shop's hum drowned by her racing thoughts. The fog outside Ravens Hollow Park pressed against the windows, thick as secrets. Her sisters, Lily and Emma, worked nearby, steaming milk and stacking pastries. Ava's fingers twitched, clutching the rusted key she'd swiped from James's garage. Last night's argument, she'd overheard Claire accusing James of stealing her nod at her. Was their dad a liar? You ever feel like Dad's hiding something? Ava muttered, tossing her blonde hair as she leaned toward Lily. Lily, 22, dreamy and soft-spoken, paused mid-pour, her green eyes flickering. I keep dreaming about a woman singing Little Birds, Vanilla Perfume. It's not the mom Dad described. Emma, practical, rolled her eyes, her bun tight as her logic. Don't be nuts, Ava. Dad raised us for 18 years. He's not some creep. Then why's this key giving me the chills? Ava snapped, holding it up. Its weight felt wrong, like it unlocked something dangerous. Emma's gaze lingered, doubt creeping in. Where'd you get that? She asked, voice low. Ava shrugged. Dad's garage, maybe from our old house, the one that burned. That night, Ava crept into the basement of their Cedar Lane house, the air stale and heavy. She found a dusty box labeled Mom Stuff in James's scrawl. Inside, a faded journal, its pages filled with elegant handwriting not James's. Ava climbed the oak today, one entry read. Lily chased a butterfly. Emma smiled at the stars. Ava's breath hitched. These were about them, written by someone else. Tucked inside was a letter. Ethan, give them back to Claire. She's their mother. Don't let the syndicate win. Her world tilted. Claire was alive? The next morning, Lily, restless, tailed Claire to Blackwood's library. Through the window, she saw Claire hunched over a laptop, digging into Portland Trust, a pharmaceutical front tied to missing kids. Lily's heart pounded. Was Claire her real mom? At dusk, she found Claire on a misty bench in Ravens Hollow Park, the key cold in her palm. This was yours, wasn't it? Lily asked, voice trembling. From our old house? Claire's eyes welled, her voice soft. Yeah, Lily. I never stopped looking for you. Lily's knees buckled. Is Dad, James, lying? He's not our dad? Claire nodded, pain etching her face. He's your uncle. Ethan took you. James kept you hidden. A low rumble cut the silence, a black SUV idling across the park, its tinted windows gleaming like predator eyes. Claire grabbed Lily's arm. We're being watched, she whispered, voice sharp. Lily clutched the key, her pulse roaring. Headlights sliced the fog, pinning them in place. Who was James protecting them from? And what had he dragged them into? Claire Morrison's boots pounded the muddy ground, the fog-drenched pines of Blackwood, Oregon, swallowing her ragged breaths. Ava, Lily, and Emma stumbled behind, their faces pale under the moon's weak glow. A gunshot had cracked through Ravens Hollow Park, the black SUV's headlights now slicing the mist like knives. Claire gripped Ava's hand, her heart thundering. Run, she hissed, voice raw. Don't look back. The forest closed in, branches clawing at their jackets. Ava, fierce, yanked Lily along, her voice sharp. Who the hell's shooting at us? Emma, clutching her pendant, gasped. What's going on, Claire? Claire's words tumbled out, desperate. Your dad, Ethan, worked for a syndicate, drugs, trafficking, the works. James hid you to keep you safe, but he's in it too. Lily's eyes widened, the rusted key biting into her palm. Our uncle? He lied our whole lives? Claire thrust a tattered journal at Ava, its pages proof of her motherhood. This was mine, she panted. Your baby years, written by me. Ava's fingers shook, flipping to a page about her climbing trees at 4. A folded paper slipped out, bank records, coded messages, aliases tied to Portland Trust, a pharmaceutical front for the syndicate. Claire's voice hardened. They've been watching us. They want us gone. Emma, trailing, froze as her phone buzzed. She'd swiped James's cell earlier, and a text glowed. Finish Claire. She knows too much. Her stomach churned. James, he's working with them, she whispered, voice breaking. He's no protector. Ava's eyes blazed. He raised us, and he's a traitor? A twig snapped nearby, the SUV's growl closing in. Claire shoved them behind a gnarled oak, the air thick with pine and fear. "Stay low," Claire whispered, her eyes scanning the fog. Headlights swept closer, tires crunching gravel. Lily's voice trembled. "What if they find us?" Claire's jaw tightened. "We've got those files, names, accounts enough to burn their operation down." She clutched the papers, her lifeline. The SUV stopped, doors slamming. Heavy boots thudded, voices low and menacing. Claire's pulse roared. Were they syndicate enforcers or James's men? They sprinted, branches tearing at their skin, until Blackwood's police station loomed, its dim lights a faint hope. Inside, Claire slapped the files on the desk of Sheriff Rachel Holt, a grizzled woman with sharp eyes. "Portland Trust," Claire said, breathless. "They're after my daughters." Rachel's gaze flickered doubt. "Or something darker?" "We'll protect you," she said, but her voice wavered. As they caught their breath, a shadow moved outside, fog swirling around a figure by the station's lot. Claire's phone buzzed. "You can't hide." Her blood ran cold. Rachel locked the door, but her glance at the window screamed trouble. Was she in on it? The files were their only weapon, but the syndicate was closing in fast. Claire Morrison sat under a towering oak in Ravens Hollow Park, Blackwood, Oregon, the fog finally thinning under a pale spring sun. Ava, Lily, and Emma huddled close, their breaths soft but heavy with 18 years of stolen time. James Carver was behind bars, caught forging papers to hide the girls. He'd confessed to Sheriff Rachel Holt, swearing he'd shielded them from a Portland Trust syndicate tied to drugs and trafficking. "I cut ties years ago," he'd growled, but his shifty eyes told another story. The cops were digging into Portland Trust, but the syndicate's leaders had vanished like ghosts. Ava, fierce as ever, leaned into Claire, her voice low. "We want to know you, Mom. For real." Lily, dreamy, nodded, her fingers tracing the rusted key from their burned Birch Road home. Emma, still guarded, clutched her heart-shaped pendant, her voice sharp. "James raised us. Can you forgive him, Claire? He messed up, but he loved us." Claire's throat tightened, her gaze distant. "I'm trying, Emma. For you, I'm trying." Her hand slipped into her pocket, brushing a folded note. She hadn't shared a video still from an unknown number, showing them in this park yesterday, with the text, "We still see you." Her pulse quickened. The syndicate wasn't done. The Oaks plaque gleamed. "Morrison family, rebuilt in 2025. Claire forced a smile, but her eyes scanned the tree line, where fog lingered like a threat. "Are we safe?" Lily asked, voice trembling. Claire's jaw clenched. "I'll keep you safe," she said, but the lie burned. The files they'd given Rachel bank codes, aliases had rattled Portland Trust, but shadows didn't vanish so easily. Dr. Emily Harper, a Portland crime psychologist, met them later, her words stark. "Secrets tied to crime scar deep," she said, her voice calm but heavy. "Truth can heal, but only if you face it fast. Syndicates like Portland Trust thrive in silence. Ignore the signs, and you pay in blood." Her warning hung like the fog. Act quick, or lose everything. Claire's hand tightened on the note as Ava laughed, tossing a leaf at Lily. Emma's eyes softened, almost trusting. They were rebuilding, but the video's threat gnawed at Claire. Who'd sent it? A syndicate enforcer? Rachel, whose glance at the station had seemed too knowing. The park's breeze carried a chill, and Claire's gaze caught a flicker in the distant fog, a silhouette, watching, then gone. Her heart pounded. Safety was a fragile lie. The syndicate was out there, lurking, waiting for a slip. Claire pulled her daughters close, her smile masking fear. The oak shadow stretched long, and Blackwood's secrets whispered one truth: some dangers never sleep.